Well, as many of you will be aware, Bruce Springsteen's been touring over in the UK, playing various dates. Not sure if he's actually finished yet. I think this is a world tour anyway. He'll be playing it here, there and everywhere. And I decided to pick this up, the latest Mojo Collector Series. Bruce Springsteen. Couldn't resist it. Every album reviewed. There's a quote from here saying, "I wanted to make a big noise and let people know I was alive." 1973 to 2025. The songs, the books, the rarities. Now, what was the price on this? £10.99. Of course, we're back to a bit of glossy paper there. The rest of it is recycled paper. You see? There's some very, very nice bits in here. Loads of great reading. I used to have loads of bootlegs of Springsteen on tape. There's so much live material available. This would be back in the early 80s, I suppose, when I started getting into him again. There we go. Springsteen Essentials. Mojo presents the definitive companion to Bruce's albums, songs, films and books. I think it's said that he's made, 22 albums. The fact that Bruce Springsteen, American rock legend, blue-collar poet, haunting storyteller, unflinching social commentator, is one of the greatest artists of all time is beyond dispute. Well, I call him the sort of Ken Dodd of rock, because you go to see his shows, not that I've ever seen one, and they go on for hours and hours and hours, so you certainly get your money's worth. Having released 21, I thought 22, but 21 studio albums from his debut Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey in 1973 to 2022's Only the Strong Survive, plus several sets of bountiful outtakes, one might think his vaults would be bare, but in April 2025, as he and his trusted E Street Band geared up for a European tour, he announced that he would be releasing no fewer than 7 albums of unissued archive material, including 74 previously unheard songs. It's believed that Bruce has even more recordings in his back pocket, stretching back to his earliest days, an incredible and tantalising thought for fans with such a vast catalogue to navigate. For boss lovers old and new, his recorded output can seem overwhelming, which is where Bruce Springsteen Essentials comes in. On the following pages, Mojo's team of expert writers will guide you through his studio albums, live releases and rarities packages. Well, that 7 CD box set comes at a very, very hefty price. I think you're going to really need to smash the piggy banks open to buy that anyway. Very, very expensive. It's going to be a really interesting read, this. And I haven't got any other sort of specialist magazines on Springsteen. The first time I was introduced to his music was I used to go to a record shop when I worked in the centre of Birmingham, and it was called Cyclops Music. Many of you Brummies out there will have been aware of Cyclops Music down that very nice arcade. Was that Burlington Arcade? I'm not sure which. Anyway, it was off New Street, and the owner there, a Welsh chap, I think he ended up with a business selling reggae records in the end. And I used to go in and get my Dylan LPs from there. And the one day he pulled out, is it The Wild, the Innocent, the East Street Shuffle, or Greetings from Asbury Park? Can't remember which. It was about 1974, and he said, "I'll put this on and listen to as much of it as you can," because I used to go over there in my lunch break and choose some albums or whichever. And I thought, I really like this guy's voice. And then I started getting into Springsteen. A bit later I sort of wavered out, and in the 80s I started collecting again. But I was collecting bootleg tapes, all very, very naughty. Everybody traded those sorts of tapes back in those days, and there was so much of Springsteen. It was never ending. I think in the end I recorded over a lot of them. Probably not a wise thing to do, but hey ho, there you go. And one of the other earlier albums I got was Born to Run, and it was my late mother's favourite album. She used to, when she was terminally ill at home, she'd ask me to play that again and again and again, and she'd never tire of that album. I think it was about 55, 56 at the time. If you can hear some noise in the background, that's Freddie, my Shih Tzu, if you pardon the phrase. And they've got short snub noses, you see, so he's snoring his head off at the moment. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed seeing that. Maybe you want to go out and get yourself a copy of this Essentials magazine. I'm usually very pleased with them. I'm not so happy about the recycled paper, but there you go. You've got to do what you've got to do, haven't you? If you've enjoyed this, please tick a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please see about subscribing. Bye for now. Have a great day.